Hey guys, welcome to the Half Noon News. This is the swim-a-thon edition.
Hey.
This is Coach Luke. I'm Coach Jenna. Okay, Coach Luke, we've been starting all these with a question this season.
Oh, nice.
What was your favorite fundraiser you did on your swim team growing up?
Ooh. I don't know because my mom did all of my fundraising responsibilities. I'm just gonna be honest.
She took care of it for you?
She took care of it. I think one that we did was we did a Christmas time holiday give back thing with our swim team every year, and for Terry, she's an animal lover, so that year we donated to the Humane Society. So there's a lady in Pecos who ran the Humane Society out of her house.
Oh wow!
I mean, yeah, big undertaking and lots of animals everywhere. But she did great, and her home was always clean. It was walked in, and she had a place to sit down. And so one year we did enough to neuter and spay. I don't remember how many animals. And
That's
then
crazy.
She got I don't know how many pounds of dry dog food and cat food. So
that's cool. This one wasn't directly for the swim team, but my sister's high school, their entire athletics department in El Paso, they did a luminario sale. So at Christmas time, the paper bags with the candle in them. And so we would go to people's houses and set them up, but then they had this giant stadium called the SAC, and every year they would do some sort of really cool design in the stadium. And so selling all those and setting up. I love Christmas.
And you could see it,
Christmas
right, when you're driving.
Yeah, and you could see it when you were driving down I-10. So that was a really fun one that I remember. Cool. Yeah. So.
I never seen that, but I knew seeing the stadium. I'm I bet you could see that. It's really
for sure.
A perfect spot.
So we asked about fundraising because we're going to talk about fundraising today. So as a part of the team, we have one required fundraiser a year for each of our families, and it is about to be here. So the swim-a-thon is coming up. September 25th and 26th are our actual swim days.
Right.
So the way the fundraiser works is your athlete gets to go out and solicit commitments per lap or flat donations, either one. And then during their practice time on either the 25th or the 26th, and there's a schedule out on the team website, they will have their entire practice time to swim as many laps as they can. And they can do them however they want.
However they want.
Yep. They
use whatever equipment they want.
Whatever equipment. And so after they swim their laps, then what do they do after that?
Then they'll go back to whoever made commitments to sponsor them and start collecting dues up to 200 laps.
Okay, cool. So they get capped at 200 laps. My son Jason, last year was his first year to participate, and he totally suckered my parents. My mom didn't ask what's a reasonable amount of laps to expect him to swim, and she gave him $4 a lap. Yeah, I think he swam 50 laps. I was like, thanks, Mom, you covered our whole family.
Yeah, there you go.
Family obligation. She was like, well, next year I'll know. It's a quarter a lap.
Yeah, that is figure out how many go 200 laps divided by whatever,
yeah,
right?
For sure. And your swimmer...
125.
Yeah, your swimmer would probably know, and you can just ask him about how many yards they do in a practice, and that'll give you a good, or just ask your coach, how many could we expect as you're going out to ask for those. But, okay, so Coach Luke, we talked about what that fundraiser actually is. What's the process? How do people donate? What's going to happen? It is a required fundraiser. How does all that look?
Okay, so donating is super easy. If you go to comswimteam.com, on our homepage at the top of the banner, there will be a banner that says donate now to our swim-a-thon. It's got a lane rope and it tracks, tells you who's in the lead.
Yeah, it fills up.
And so as people donate, then that will start going towards the right.
What is our team goal, by the way?
$45,000.
$45,000, okay.
So donations are open since September 3rd, and they'll be going through October 4th. So when you go online, you can click that button, donate. You can allocate it to a certain swimmer. It'll search my swimmer or search for my athlete. I'm not sure what it says, something like that, and process your credit card there.
And make sure you do that so that it's attached to your swimmer's account, because you can donate to just the generic swim team, but then that won't get linked to your swimmer's account so that it goes towards your $125 family obligation.
And there are incentives and rewards for the athletes there's a tier for what they get at the swim shop.
And that's
depending
all
on
on
how
the
much they raise.
and that's all on the team website. You can download. Coach Luke's put together a packet that has
And on
all
your
the
communicator.
information, and you can download that from the team website on the events page or from your communicator.
Yep.
And so if you don't raise $125 by October 4th, what happens?
Then you get billed the difference for what you need to satisfy that family
On the
commitment.
next billing
Yes,
cycle.
ma'am.
Okay. What does this money go to?
So uniquely, COM is really blessed to have the facility that we have.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find the right word, and that's just the word I can always come back to.
Unique, yes.
And
we are a nonprofit organization.
A nonprofit organization with a 50-meter competition pool that predominantly houses our swim team. So this immediately impacts every single athlete on our roster. Most teams have to raise money, or they have to, in order to be able to pay for pool space or a facility rental, or rent multiple facilities, spread out. Luckily, because of COM, we don't have to do that. So this is our way of making sure that our team, the cost of keeping a nice, neat house for our team is squared away. So
So this money goes towards the COM operating budget. It does not go to the booster club. It contributes, just like Coach Luke is saying, to our facility, to our electric bill, to the chlorine bill, to the water bill, to all of those things. And so when you are hearing about other fundraising needs, those will be primarily coming from the booster club, which is an additional kind of entity that supports directly the athletes and the swimmers, like buying them t-shirts for Christmas training, helping send them on trips, paying for our banquet. That is not what this fundraiser is for. This fundraiser is for COM Aquatics as a whole, which goes towards our operating budget.
Yep.
So, but I think last year we had one or two athletes raise over $1,000 each.
Orlando Waters was one of them.
Yeah. I remember back in the day, Michael Rettman used to go literally door to door in his neighborhood, which I know people don't do a whole lot anymore, but he would always raise over $1,000. It just shows that people want to support our kids and want to support our organization. We've been in this community for over 50 years, and we plan to be here for 50 more years. So please, please, please help us hit that $45,000 goal for our fundraiser this year. And we will be needing volunteers on the day of the swim-a-thon, because we need people to count laps. So keep an eye on a job sign up, and you can come during your child's practice and help count laps for them and some other kids in the lane. And then that's pretty much it, right?
Yeah, and before we cap this, the common questions that we get are, can I give checks to my coaches, or where else can I drop off cash? Or so that we are 100% online, processing online payments. So you got to go to that link. You got to click that button, find your swimmer, so that it will link to your account, and we'll be able to account for it easily.
I know some parents that have had like family members that are unable to do online things have taken those, like I could take my mom's money and then get online and donate for Jason myself, right? And feel free to do that, but COM as the organization does not have the capacity to do that.
Yeah, and you might be thinking, I might just let this go and let you guys bill me the $125. We really ask that you don't do that, because remember, this is a fundraiser. So if the more time that we have, the more manpower we have to pay for to get those $125 put on everybody's bill, the less effective the fundraiser is. So donate online.
Yeah, even if you're planning to just pay the $125, we ask that you do that in advance. Not only because of what Coach Luke said, but also it shows that our members are involved and invested when we are able to go to our donors and our foundations and say, hey, 100% of our swim team families participated in our fundraiser this year, and this is how engaged our team is, and we really are asking for your support, as opposed to a team that doesn't have a way to show engagement or anything like that. And so we really ask that you just, if you're planning to just, like Coach Luke's mom, who took care of all of his fundraising for him, totally fine. But if you'll just do it online through the website before the deadline, so that we don't have to spend the time or man hours to bill you, and we can show that everyone was engaged, we'd really appreciate it.
So no checks, no cash to coaches, no front office payments.
Donate online.
Just donate online. If you have any questions or you need some help with it, reach out to Coach Luke.
Also, just FYI, if you are the dolphin or junior that raises the most, you get to throw a pie in Coach Luke's face. It'll be awesome.
And Coach Luke pays his debts.
Yes, he does. As you saw at the kickoff party with the dunk tank.
Yep.
And I don't know if you were here last year when Dynamite got to shave Coach Luke's head.
Yep.
So he does. He owns up. So thank you guys for watching. And if you have any swim-a-thon questions, please send them over to Coach Luke. His email is in your communicator. And have a good day.
Thanks.